Today I want to talk to you a little bit about retrofitting headlights. So if you're not 100% sure what that is, the whole point of it is really to take cars that have like a halogen-based setup. So these would be like your halogen bulbs that we're talking about, and putting in the lights like the BMWs, Audis, basically HID, high intensity discharge lights. Right now, LEDs are coming up a little bit more. Those are a little bit harder to put in. They're much larger units. We're looking at more of an HID type bulb, which would be something like this. So you have your return wire, and then there's actually a gas in here that ignites, and that's how your bulb lights up. And it can take about, when a bulb lights up, it takes about 30 seconds for it to actually fully warm up before it gets to its true color. And you'll probably see a lot of people out on the road who just buy some of those bulbs, throw them in like a truck or a reflector housing or whatever, and probably creates a lot of glare, blinds the heck out of you. Some of them are blue or purple. So the higher you go in a Kelvin output, so for instance, your normal bulb is going to be about 4,300 Kelvin, which is about like a soft white. It's got a little bit of yellow tinge to it, not full yellow, but not full white. As you go higher in that Kelvin rating, it's going to change color. So as you approach the 5,000 to 5,500 Kelvin output, you get a little bit more of a pure white, 6,000 to 6,500 blue, and then from there it goes, all the way up to purples and greens. But you actually lose lumens and light output and increase glare when you do that. You really want to stick probably between the 4,300 and 4,500 range. What I have here are actually headlights from a 2003 to 2007 Accord. I didn't plan on making this video until after I've worked on opening the headlights. So one of the things you have to do is get the headlight open. So right now, right here, we have a little heat gun. And this particular headlight in these seams here has what's called butyl. Basically, you can heat that up and then pry the headlight open. So eventually you get the headlight housing and the rear housing separate. There's a lot of customization you can do to these things. You can, in the front of the headlight there was a bezel. Let me grab another one here I've taken out. This bezel here. Most people like to paint these black, but some people like that OEM chrome look. I've done many of these headlights actually where this whole thing's been painted black. This was blacked out. Some stay chrome. So there's a lot of different things you can do to create a lot of different looks. One of the other things that's really important is, I don't know if you're familiar with the HIDs and for these projectors, is these create some sort of a cutoff, and I'll show you a snippet here of what they look like. But basically, you have to aim them. If your car is level, you don't want your cutoff going diagonal. So that's probably the trickiest part, is aiming these projectors. I already have them mounted in here. They have a bulb in the back. It screws in. Luckily, this particular projector from the retrofit source, the Mini H1, has a thread on the back here that goes to the bulb holder, and you just screw it on when you aim it. Makes it a lot easier for the plug and play. And the Accord headlights, I think, for the 03 to the 07, there was a design flaw. These little balls right there, they clip into the housing right here, and then there's a screw that goes in the top of it, and that's how you adjust the aim up and down of the headlight. Well, it's not uncommon for these to break, and in both headlights I have it's actually these for my best friend, they were broken. So you just use a little bit of JB Weld and really strengthen that back up. Not only because it was broken, but the extra weight of the projector would make these more susceptible to breaking, so I would have done that anyway. Kind of one of those live to learn type things. The other thing we have are shrouds. This one's obviously cut already, so the shrouds come in different designs, different shapes and things like that. And the whole point of the shroud is to cover the workings of the projector. As you can see, there's a hole right here, so light would escape out of that as well. So it's functional and aesthetic. Some people like to do halos, kind of like the BMWs around it. On some of these headlights, there's little slits right here, or some of the shrouds. You can actually mount halos back here so that it has a different design. Just depends on what the person is looking for. This particular set for my buddy, he just really wants better light output. So we just pop it in the projectors and putting the shrouds on. Obviously, shrouds, these were round and they required some cutting. As you can see, I cut off a lot of it here. And I can show you what the finished product looks like. And I want to show you something first. One of the other products that the Retrofit source makes are these centric rings. So basically, you mount this in the projector, like so. I just use silicone number 2. And then it makes it so it just slides right on the projector, and then you silicone it onto there as well. Some people use different products. I find silicone number 2 has been great. It withstands to the heat. It doesn't create any gases when it heats up, like a super glue. People try to use super glue. Sometimes when you heat that up, it emits some sort of gas, and then you'll get like a film on the inside of your lens, which you don't want to do that. So basically, once you get this cut, there's a lot of test fitting and everything mounted, you can slide it right on, like so. And voila. So eventually what's going to happen is this will get mounted back in the headlight and mounted, you'll put the headlight back together. So I can kind of give you an idea of what the overall look will be like. Be something like this. And this is not necessarily the best headlight, a lot better than what he currently has on his car. But even with the output of the projector, it's still going to get a lot better light. It has a cooler look, in my opinion. We can do a little bit of sanding and polishing to this if he wants. Figure that out at another time. So this is kind of what your finished look is going to look like. Again, some people paint it all black. It's all preference, but this is a real nice OEM look. So that's what the idea is to have for your finished product. So I just wanted to kind of give a quick overview, and that's all I have for now.
I'm falling apart again. I can't find a way to make amends, and I'm looking in both directions, but it's make-believe. It's all pretend. So shed some light on me and hold me up in disbelief, and shed some light on me and tell me something that I'll believe in. It's innocence within the maze, but I have chosen the wrong way. I'm still getting over who I was. There's no sense of trust, there's no definition of love. So shed some light on me and hold me up in disbelief, and shed some light on me and tell me something that I